up, YouTube? My name is London and I am back with another video. I know it's been a very long time since I posted my last video saying that I was starting my YouTube channel, but last year was a very rough year for me. Like, it was very long. I can come back, tell y'all some stories, all that good jazz. But today we are focusing on my son Logan. So as you can tell from the title of the video, my 2-year-old was diagnosed with autism. He is at level 3. I believe that is the highest level of autism. Well, excuse me if I don't get like very emotional and start crying and stuff. Like, I've already cried about it and stuff like that. And he was diagnosed almost 2 months ago. But let's get into it. Okay, so we're gonna rewind back a little bit. So pretty much he was diagnosed with autism on the 28th. His birthday is the 20th. We did a video visit with a doctor, and pretty much they watched him play, and she gave me some instructions on what to do, like roll the ball to his legs to try to grasp his attention and stuff like that. Put some snacks inside of a container to try to see like what he would do with it. Well, with the snacks, he pretty much, I gave him the container, I flipped it over so that he could see the clear side that it was something in it. And I flipped it back over, gave it to him. And once he couldn't open it with his hand, he tried to bite it. Once he couldn't open it that way, he just like tossed it to my daughter. And he never really like gave it no more attention. He didn't like try to get her to open it. He just tossed it to her like, okay, I can't get it, oh well. And kept it moving. Okay, so also with the doctor telling us what to do, he asked my daughter to say ready, set, go, roll the ball to him to see. And like, my daughter actually hit him in his leg 3 times with the ball. He never turned around to like, she was never able to like grab his attention. He pretty much gets fixated on something that he wants to play with, and that's just a done deal. Like, he is so determined. So their diagnosis, after we did the whole thing, she watched him play on his own, watched us do the interactions, try to call his name and stuff like that. He never responds to his name. He does very limited eye contact. He'll look at you for a moment and then turn his head. And a lot of people he won't even do that with. Like, he just will never look at you. Also with him, like, we went to Chuck E. Cheese. Most kids are afraid of Chuck E., which was proven from the other kids that were there. And with him, he just like literally stared at it like, what is this? What is it doing? Why are you here? But he didn't care. Like, it was just pretty much like he just didn't know what it was, but he didn't want it to touch him. So like, when it got close, he was just like, but yeah, he doesn't really express no type of emotions. I have my notes right here because I had to write it down because I do not, can't get it all out sometimes. Like, I forget a lot. And then I don't have my glasses on, y'all, so y'all gotta bear with me because I can't even see for real. Okay, so pretty much like with his trucks, he'll spin the wheels on the trucks. He started playing with them, like rolling them on the ground now. But when he first was like playing with cars and stuff, and he still does it to this day, he'll flip his trucks over and he'll just spin the wheels on it. And that's just how he used to play with his trucks. Then he bites everything. He had some little wooden books that had like little bedtime stories in them. He literally bit through the wood of the books. That's just a whole nother thing on his own, okay? Because I've tried. But yeah, so as y'all can tell, I'm not really trying to edit this video too much. I'm trying to make it as short as possible, but just list his symptoms. So, another thing that he was doing, like, he destroys his toys that he does have. Like, if you try to build up some Lego blocks, he'll knock them over. He doesn't want it like that. He'll unstack it and everything. Pretty much he doesn't point. So most kids his age will hold your hand, bring you to where they want to go, and point at what they want. He doesn't point. If I point at something, he won't even, turn his head to even look at it. Like, he'll just act like it's just not there. We're not acting, because now we know why he does it. He doesn't really do, regular face expressions to like express his emotion. He always has either a bland face or he laughs. Like, he laughs a lot. That's one of the good things. Like, he does laugh a lot about stuff, but what other people would probably cry about or something, he does not do that. Okay, another thing, he doesn't play with other kids that's his age. Like, I have a little cousin that's 2 months younger than him. And when we go over there to my cousin's house, he really doesn't play with him. He prefers to play by himself. Well, he'll bring the truck to me, but that's just about it. Like, everything else, he prefers to play by himself. A little girl came up to him in a skating ring one time, and she was just trying to give him a hug, but he was like very, very afraid of her. Like, he did not want her to touch him at all. Another thing he does is he like claps his hands like this. He goes in circles, like constantly moving in circles, and he does not talk mostly at all. Like, he says Coco, Mama, that's pretty much it. And he makes the car noise because he loves cars and like the movie Cars. He loves that, so he'll vroom vroom you to death. Like, that's his favorite thing to do. But other than that, he doesn't say like baba, eat, nothing. Okay, and then he also likes objects more than he likes toys. So I had to get in the habit of hiding my broom and dustpan, because once he seen it, he would take it and go play with it. And that's just what he wanted to play with. He didn't want me to take it from him. He would cry. The Swiffer, he would cry if I took that from him. He is afraid of like loud noises. So if I turn on the vacuum, he's going to run away from it, but then he'll laugh at it. He had got a little truck ATV for Christmas, and pretty much if you push the button, it's supposed to move automatically on its own. But if you push it, he accidentally pushed it one day, and he ran so fast from that toy. But he'll play with it if he doesn't push the button. He'll sit on it, he'll move it and everything else, but he just cannot hear the motor noise. Like, he doesn't like loud noises. So that's just that right there. That's just a lot of the stuff that he does and doesn't do. I almost forgot, like, he throws really bad temper tantrums. If he has a big issue or you take something, tell him no and stuff like that, those are like triggering words for him. And if you don't give him what he wants, like when he wants it, like, he throws a big tantrum. Like, anything that's in his way, he picks it up and he will throw it. So that is very dangerous, actually, but that's something that he does. He also started hitting and kicking me, like trying to fight me back because he's not getting his way. With food, he pretty much stopped eating meat. Like, he's starting to eat it now. He did retract in a way as well. Like, he used to say bye-bye and do this with his hands, but he stopped doing that. Like, he pretty much went backwards and just went total mute. And then the last thing I really have the biggest issue with is him sleeping. Oh my goodness, he barely sleeps, and when he does, he might wake up. And baby, if he wake up, he will be up half of the night. Like, literally, like, if he falls asleep, wakes up about 10 o'clock, it's over. Like, he's not going back to sleep. If he goes to bed about 9-10 o'clock and wakes up at 4 or 5, it's over. He's not going back to sleep until 11 o'clock the next morning. So a lot of people be trying to get me to go places and stuff like that, and I just be too tired. Like, I'm literally exhausted. It is very exhausting. Then work-wise, I can't go to work because even if the ABA therapist goes, to his daycare, I still have to get him to speech therapy and occupational therapy. So it's just pretty much impossible because employers are not letting you just call off. So, well. Okay, so in the end, he was diagnosed with autism, ASD. They also recommended speech therapy, and they also recommended motor therapy, which is the occupational therapy. It took us a while to finally get into it, so he just started his ABA therapy as well. Sorry. He also started ABA therapy this week on Monday, Valentine's Day. And he's actually, going into the lady that does that. But now his speech therapist is about to change because they have multiple locations. So instead of sending him to 2 different locations, they just decided to do his sessions in one time. So his ABA therapy is 5 days a week. It's 20 hours a week. They come to my house and they sit here, and since it's the first week, they're just playing with him, and then they'll start to teach him things and stuff like that. And speech therapy, that just started as well. He went to 1 appointment. His first appointment, like, he does really well, like, if I'm not in the room, and that's what I had to explain to a lot of them. He does well. Speech therapy, you can't go in the back with him either way. But for the ABA therapy, I just decided to start going into my room randomly. And that actually helped because the first day that I went into my room is the first day that he cried for the girl to come back. My son does not cry for anybody except for me. That's it. Like, he might like to be around you. He may even hug you as an adult. But that's if you give him a hug. Like, you have to hug him in order for him to hug you. For me, if I say big hug, it's hugs. He gives me kisses without me asking, everything. But, of course, I'm mommy, so that's that. But this journey has just started, and I wanted to, bring everybody along so everybody can get, how it feels to be a mom of an autistic kid. But I'm going to keep this video as short as possible, and that about sums up what I have to say. I do want to take everybody on a journey, like I said, so I will see if I'm able to record him sometimes during his ABA sessions, during his speech and occupational therapy sessions. I do not go in the back, so I won't be able to actually record that. And then I'll just give you all updates as he progresses. And I hope y'all stay tuned. Thanks for listening.